Yes, my people. Once again, it's Rockstar 860 TV. And today we are talking about the biggest thing in Jamaica right now today. Yesterday to today. Know what I mean? VYBZ Kartel and his co-accused HABEAS Corpus hearing. What will happen today at 2 p.m. Jamaican time? Know what I mean? Let's take a look at what's going on. This is from the Gleaner Jamaica Gleaner newspaper. I'm going to read some article on Sawagwan. You know what I mean? Then we'll talk about it. Well, as we know, all eyes are on the Supreme Court in Kingston, Jamaica today, where Justice Andrea Thomas promises to school the parties involved in her ruling on the Vybz Kartel HABEAS Corpus application pending a murder retrial decision in the Court of Appeal. That's in June 10th. The retrial hearing for Kartel, whose given name is Adidja Palmer, and his co-accused Shawnstorm, Campbell, Kiera Jones, and Andre St. John's is set to begin, like I said, June 10th. Yesterday, which was May 29th, the habeas corpus application seeking the release of Palmer, Campbell, and St. John was adjourned until 2 p.m. today, which is Thursday. The submissions, which were made yesterday by the applicant's attorney, Isaac Buchanan, did not relate to the fourth co-accused, Kiera Jones, who reportedly has another matter before the court. Let's talk to the Wagwan why I reached this point. The men were convicted in 2014 for the Clive Lizard William death. You know what I mean? Williams was allegedly bodied after he failed to return 2 unlicensed guns given to him by Kartel for safekeeping. Know what I mean? Allegedly. Kartel and his co-accused denied any involvement in the killing of Williams. In March, the Privy Council quashed their murder convictions, citing juror misconduct, and sent the case back to the Court of Appeal for a ruling on whether they should be retried. Buchanan said the habeas corpus application is not a contentious one, meaning say it's not to bully the court or anything, but is before the court because of a lacuna in the law, which is depriving the applicants of their liberty, citing the Apex Court's decision more than 2 months ago. The Apex Court is the Privy Council. The principle we submit is very straightforward. In the absence of an order from the Privy Council or the Court of Appeal, and we are submitting strongly, my lady, there is nothing in place for the continued detention of the applicants before you. Nothing in Jamaica law, nothing that Parliament has even contemplated, and that is why we are here before you, Buchanan said. Buchanan also told the court he asked by way of a letter to the Department of Correctional Services, who are the first respondents in the application, meaning they're the ones holding Kartel and the co-accused. So at them have to address the matter to first because they're the ones holding Kartel. Buchanan told the court he asked by way of a letter to the Department of Correctional Services, who are the first respondents in the application, on what authority the men are still detained, and was directed by the DCS to the court. So in retrospect, Ima asked the prison facilities why are they being detained when the Privy Council threw out and quashed the convictions, meaning they're no longer convicts. So why are they being held in a prison? Now I mean, why are they being held without charge? So Isaac just want to know what's going on. And you have to do all these things through the court. So that's why we're in court. The Attorney General and the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions are, respectively, the second and third respondent. At this point, we have fanciful, theoretical suggestions of what, at best, this court can try to find or create a law to say that the men are detained legally following a quash conviction. That means they're holding these men against their rights. Them not have no conviction. They're really citizens of the state being held captive in prison. It's not like they're convicted of a crime doing prison time. No, they're innocent citizens like me talking to you over this blog. Know what I mean? That's them, but they're being held in a prison. I mean, that's like kidnapping. They're being kidnapped at this point. You know what I mean? It's just reality. That's what it is. It's kidnapping at this point. Know what I mean? I would submit that this is not the state of the law and this court should reject it, Buchanan said. No longer viewed as convicts. That's what I keep reiterating. The conviction is thrown out. You know what I mean? Not because you say cartel on the screen in a prison outfit, on stage, I perform. That's what this is. It's all a show. Everything is a show. And if the show now end today, it'll go end June 15th. Because the show must done, people. It's all a show. Know what I mean? But let's continue reading. No longer viewed as convicts, Buchanan told Justice Thomas that based on current legislation, it was within her remit, if mindful, to release the men unconditionally or in contemplation of the hearing before the Court of Appeal. Conditions would look like beyond. Excuse me, let me read that again. Conditions would look like bound to appear at their hearing, and that gives the court the authority to extend what order you give in light of what is before the court, Buchanan said. Meaning, said, he's saying to his honor that she can release these men with conditions, or she can release these men without conditions. Know what I mean? Before the hearing on June 10th. Because the hearing on June 10th still has to go on. There's no going around that hearing. That's Privy Council ordered. So that has to happen. But this is to decide if they're wrongly and criminally being held behind bars illegally. Know what I mean? That's what this habeas corpus hearing is all about. Okay, let's continue. Buchanan stressed that the sentencing no longer exists and that the men were no longer viewed as convicts to fit their current situation, and I am referring to the lacuna, the Privy Council decision to the point of retrial. There is nothing in law that can address that situation. Meaning said them not have nothing written to say why you hold them. I always ask people, if it was you, what would you do? Would you want to be held illegally and you're innocent or non-convicted? Or would you just sit there like, oh yes, I'm the good little innocent person. I will sit here. Don't worry about me. I'm here. What was you? But I'm here. Leave me alone. I'm good. Just go on doing a thing. Yeah man, every day me get up. Me not convicted or nothing, but I'll sit here. I'm the best. I'm the best non-convict. Eh? Really? That's not reality. That's not life. In America, if a case is thrown out, the person is let out instantly. Them can't hold a person, much less hold them in a one prison. Eh? And the case was thrown out. A conviction was overturned, and they're still sitting in prison. Not in America. Not in Uncle Sam place. You must be mad. You would have get sued. Money them a go get already, them would have get again in America. So only in Jamaica or some third world places they do these kinds of things. Know what I mean? Give thanks to those who live. Yeah man, give thanks to those of us who live in a first world country and understand laws. know what I mean, that works for you. Know what I mean? Give thanks to those of us who understand these things. But Jamaica is a third world country, and for them law system runs differently. And that we have to overstand. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's continue reading. After Isaac said, there is no law while they're being held, he also went on to say, we would have to perform some magical sort of construction to say it looks like this or it looks like that. Feel free to school me on that, my lady, because that is why I'm before. Yeah, man, hear what Isaac said? The judge have to go school him to this new realm of impossibility, because what they're doing, there's no law, because what they're doing is illegal. It's not written. It's not law. They're just going off a little idea, yasso, a little move, deso, do this, yasso, do that, deso. I saw them a roll. They're not going by no laws. Sometimes you have to wonder, does these lawyers and judges in Jamaica know their own constitution, or they don't like the constitution because it was a white man constitution, and them just have to go do everything, figure around the constitution there and do what them want to do because I feed them mind, and that constitution. People, we might say these laws are old and antiquated and we should do away with them, but they're written for a reason. They're there for a reason, because it's the old laws that's protecting you. You know what I mean? It's the old laws that's giving you your rights. So we have to be mindful of these things. We've ball about old antiquated slave masters. But are the slave masters' law I protect you? Because these new people who is in government and in the court system and the justice system, they don't care about you. They only care about them and them family. They don't care about you or me. They only care about themselves. You know what I mean? Until the law that they are selfish with turn around and bite them. But until it bite them, they will fight you, the regular person, the regular citizen. Look, it's a cartel having money for fight. Fight for your freedom. Cause you can always make back money. Know what I mean? Enough people want to hold on to the money like them can't get it back. But your freedom is hard to get back when you're in behind those bars. It's easy to go in and it's harder to come out. You see the fight cartel a fight, but the G having money, so I'm gonna fight the fight. Yeah. Justice Thomas, who we see on the screen right here, said, you will be schooled in judgment tomorrow. You will be schooled. Lisa White represents the first and second respondents, and Paula Sue Ferguson represents the third. White got off to a rocky start in her submission, causing Justice Thomas to stop her on several occasions, at one point indicating that she was not before the Court of Appeal, to which her arguments seemingly pointed out. And you see what them say right there, sir? One of the lawyers representing the prosecution didn't even know what she was arguing. I don't even think she know what habeas corpus is, but she won't argue against it. Know what I mean? I don't think she know what it is, because you're arguing points of Court of Appeals, why a retrial should happen. You not argue why you have keep the man them in a prison. You not argue why you know why you not let go the man them. That's not what she's arguing. She's arguing why them fi have retrial. So she don't even know the court, nor our position, or what she's arguing. You know, she's a big puppy show this. Foolishness this. Here what the judge have to talk to this lady. Collect your thoughts properly. Collect your thoughts. Remember, I am not sitting at the Court of Appeal. All I am dealing with is whether or not there is an unlawful detention. That's what the Judge Thomas have said to her. So the woman don't know what she argue. Them just get up bold every day, puff up chest, walk big and bold, and when them get to the forefront and the showdown, them flap. They don't know what is going on. And the same thing we see Paula do over England at the Privy Council. She stand up big and bold, puff chest, Elmer Fudd talking, oh no, my lord, oh my lord, oh my lord, my lord, my lord. And in the end, she flap, pop down, look like a fool, egg pan face, occupant face, all these things on her face, kick out her office, all these things, the big rigmarole, the theatrical show. I mean, our part of the show we there now. Is this the end or is this the beginning? We know say this can't be the middle. What part of the show we there right now? Cause that show is long-winded. It's long running. It's more than a miniseries. Eh? It's more than a documentary. No, sir, that show and it continues. Well, let's read on. We submit that the Privy Council judgment, this is White talking again. Now I mean, we submit that the Privy Council judgment does not automatically mean that the applicants are to be released. Me and a judge, me and a liar. But me worse than a fool. And me know when Privy Council says something was thrown out, quashed, null voided, that means it no exists. Know what I mean? That means them money was to be released from in March. But no, them a try use Sykes as Jamaica courts. Them want push a hearing for a retrial or release till July or June 10th. And this case was handed down, verdict was handed down March 14th. Then could I do all of this in April? And the man them out already. Just like them a try pushing back Paula overnight. After them kick out Paula, them a try push her back in overnight. Them could have do this overnight. I will not have to reach or wait till so long till habeas come in, corpus go out, appeals come in, appeals go out. Bare foolishness, bare rigmarole. Know what I mean? I can't believe it. But anyway, what is clear from the Privy Council judgment is that the convictions have been quashed, but they did not deal with the issue of detention. They did not make an order as to whether or not the applicants and their co-accused are to be released. What is clear is that matter is reserved for the Court of Appeal, White said. You know, say White is a blood clot idiot. She fi name Green because she's young and she's fucking dumb. Really and truly. Yes, Miss Green is a fucking dummy. She's not Miss White, she's Miss Green because she's young and dumb. Them not like them master, the Privy Council. Them want to get as far away from the Privy Council as possible. Yeah? The Privy Council, they say, them money conviction thrown out. But because master never say, let them out, the slave them, no know if he let out the other slave them. Because master never say, okay, this is what quash mean. This is what null and void mean. Mean say, nothing no exists. Let them out. Them hold on to them. You know, see, a fucking some foolish slaves. Where I go on like say them are bossy slave, but them are dumb slaves. Yeah, man, bossy slave, dumb slave, foolish slave. Go and do no rigmarole. It not gonna work. God not sleep. Know what I mean? You see how far reach after 13 years? What did look dark one day, just look lightful and bright the next day? God not sleep. But anyway, Ferguson was brief and told the court that her submissions differed somewhat from those of White. Know what I mean? Meaning say, she knows say White is the fucking fool and she not gonna say the same foolishness what White said. What the Privy Council has done is to quash the conviction, so essentially the conviction is unsafe or wrong. This has now reserved for the Court of Appeal of Jamaica the consideration of acquittal or a retrial of the applicants as a final disposition of the matter. Ferguson submitted strongly. So what she has said, them send it to the Court of Appeals, make the Court of Appeals decide what will happen. She not sound dumb like White. Ferguson also argued that if an order is made by an applicant appellate court to quash a conviction, an order of acquittal has to be entered or a new trial ordered incited. Section 14, subsection 2 of the Appellant Jurisdiction Act. Now, I mean, Ferguson told the court that the writ of habeas corpus at this time was not an appropriate application. She said that, like White, they relied on Section 18 of the Corrections Act. Essentially, what it's saying is that the superintendent has the authority to keep the men in custody unless the order has been discharged, and we are submitting that the order made by the Privy Council would not affect this section as the Bennett has not been discharged. So basically, Ferguson is saying that the Court of Appeals is the last resort to decide if the men are going to walk free, yes or no. That's what Ferguson is saying. Leave it up to the Court of Appeals. But until they get to the Court of Appeals June 10, these men are still innocent, non-convicts being held in a prison. You know what I mean? A prison not meant for dog, was for human being. And you're holding lawful citizens of the state, you know what I mean, illegally, open for a retrial on a case that's foolishness, dumb, and a waste of taxpayers' money. Free Vybz Kartel, free Shawnstorm, free Andre St. John. Kira Jones, go on hold your head. Know what I mean? Gaza Nation. Go on big up. Go on hold it firm. You know what I mean? World Boss and the co-accused, I got free. Whether today or by June 15, them I got free. I bear foolishness. You know what I mean? The judge show White says she a fool, and Ferguson show White says she a fool. You know what I mean? And when the world I got say, this is foolishness. You know what I mean? Once again, bless up my people. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share. You know what I mean? Like, comment, subscribe, share. Hope say you like that video. Go and run up the numbers. Go and help me build the community. You know what I mean? And go and wait for World Boss Freedom. Hopefully say today a Freedom Day. If not, June 15, freedom all the way. You know what I mean? So go and big up my fans, subscribers then. This is Rockstar 860. One up, got up, I'm out.